he's not really searching for these points, but you know what? These other guys, they're outside the cut. They need these points, and they're swinging for the fence.
Well, of course, this is where we get to see the Championship Tour surfers, some of them looking to re-qualify at the end of 2017, some of them just keeping their blades sharp for the upcoming Quicksilver Pro in France, starting now just 2 days away, Strider. As we mentioned, tide swings are much more extreme than a lot of the locations that we visit on the World Surf League's tours. But inside snag now for Kanoa Igarashi, and he'll just get tripped up there.
And Kanoa ended up further out than him. We might be able to get a shot of that. But here's the wave that he caught. Did a nice bottom turn, deep bottom turn. Cracks it, kind of a little off kilter coming back in.
Some glassy walls approaching here. Let's see if Italo Ferreira is in position. He's going to look at the backhand option here. Up and riding, wave one now for Italo. Glassy conditions here. Italo will knife those rails. Now sweeping and connecting. And that is a very efficient wave for an opening score. And Italo Ferreira will just post it nicely. The Championship Tour side of things. Let's break down Kanoa here for his wave number 2.
Nice deep bottom turn, kind of a setup snap right there. Gets a little caught up, throws it straight up into the corner. Nice power sweep right there. Vertical slam. Looks for a closer but doesn't get it. There's an aerial view so you can kind of see where he's going right there. He gets a little tiny bit hung up. Flow being part of the criteria. Pushes a lot of water right there. Those 2 turns the meet and then doesn't have a closer. So really 2-turn combo in here that was worth the money. That turn and then this straight up slam right there. So those 2 flowed together really nicely, and that's what we want to see. A closeout hit right there would have really defined that wave. And then here's Italo's wave. Kind of the same thing, setup snap, another one. This one, he's just kind of building a house, couple blocks laid down, some cement in between, nothing really crazy. So, you know, for me, those 2 scores, pretty similar. I think Kanoa got a little more dynamic on his turns in between the beginning and the end. We'll see how those scores lay out by the judges, but a couple of scores that, you know, I don't think will be there in the end, or at least I'm hoping. I want to see a little bit more out of these guys, pushing the limits a little harder.
As we mentioned, glassy conditions here. Good call from Travis Logie to hold off. Of course, the beach, it's a public holiday here. Let's have a look at wave number 2 now. Methodical from Italo. Keeps the rails nice and free. And almost a carbon copy of wave number 1. But now outside. Igarashi around the section. And a little in and out. Realizes that there's a tapered wall ahead. Maybe a touch smaller than his opener.
Quick hit right there. Comes around the corner. Pushes the tail out. Little release. Another setup snap, and it comes down shut. A lot of flow, but the variety, you know, to me, there's, you know, this is just a setup. Then he comes to the corner, pushes right there, gets a little bit of a fin release, which I liked. Another push for some water, but then shuts it down on the inside, and there's a perfect peak coming at you. What are you going to do? You know, it's go time. You have to perform. Get rid of all those thoughts in your head.
Sneaky inside left for Italo Ferreira on the wide shot here. We'll zoom in on him as he goes to the air. There is the progression, innovation, and a futuristic approach which has made him one of the world's favorite Brazilian surfers. How can we not love him? Yep, we love having him in the jersey. Let's have a look at what he found on that first part of the wall here, Strades.
A little sticky off the front of it, but then comes to the inside. A little bit of a tail high. Reverse right there, air reverse. So he gets it up into the lip, throws it around. He catches in the whitewash on the top there. So the score's not going to go crazy, but definitely some solid.
Yeah, this isn't a cheesy marketing strategy. This really is an incredible destination for surf and a very affordable visit to Europe. Let's have a look at now wave number 4 already unfolding. A pair of 6s in the scoreline for Italo, and he'll show us his ability here as he starts.
He looks like he's gotten warmed up. You know, he seems like he's actually put the car into a little bit of an overdrive right here. This first snap, whack, right there, a little tail release. Gets a lot of water moving. Then another drift into the lip, and then finds the inside corner for a straight air over that. Tries to come down, but comes undone as he comes into the transition. A little hot. First couple setup snaps, then finds down the line. Bingo. A little grab comes into the lip, and then as he comes down with it, he catches that rail in the transition. Right there. Pokes Taco. Tries to find himself some fish underneath there. Unfortunately.
And his hometown, well, home country of the Oi Rio Pro. Here we go again. Backhand. Yeah, this is where the points have been coming for Italo. Even though he's got creative on the left, it's been well-structured right-handers. Just being efficient here. Snapping away. Little inside tapered section here, and you'll just mechanically whip it to pieces. That is already wave number 5.
Out the back, Kanoa on the replay. See what he got done, setting it up down the line. Quick speed slice right there to do something else down the line. You can see he's just looking for it. Kind of drifts the fins into the lip, rides up over the top of the whitewater and gets out of it. He hasn't found a flow yet. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. I do not see the flow out of Kanoa yet. Whereas to Italo, he's got a lot more speed. He's going faster. His board's moving. He's just constantly rotating into it. He's feeling it. And this is where he just went to town. Just bingo. Little turns. Not a lot of scoring in here, but look at how fast and quick he's moving through this thing. I like it.
Different approach, though. Not the big end section to slam, more the tapered wall. Let's have a look at a 6.2 that was awarded for that highly repetitive and grinded out right-hander just before the break.
Quick hit over the top, coming around the corner, slices up into it. I don't think we actually saw this one. We did, okay, we saw it. And this is
the one where he made you jealous on the inside.
Well, yeah, because if I just do one of those turns right there, I'm like talking about it. So, you know, Italo, he's got all of his scores basically out there, and then he might even go to the progression.
Talking of that, Italo will now pick on another left. Mentioned that word progression. Let's see the inside section. It's a big hammer, and he'll get swallowed down there somewhere. So a lot of power still here on the inside dump sections. But it's been an up and down year in the championship jersey. A couple of round 2 exits to talk of. Here he is now, already cementing himself on the qualifying series with the win in Huntington. And now flaring for semi-final number 1 here. Gonna get involved in the heat here. Prior to that, just a pair of 4s in the scoreline.
For that wave.
Yeah.
Did
so
a nice
it was an important decision.
We'll watch the replay. I feel like if he could have come out of that and gone into another turn at the end, the score would have been better. Right here, setup snap, big blowtail. I mean, that was a really well executed maneuver. But if he would have went into another turn down here on the inside, so you can see it again right here, boom, comes around the corner, rides out of it cleanly. There's just not enough left there for him to get anything else done as you paddle into a wave.
6 minutes to go. Italo Ferreira will activate again. Back to the rights he goes. This is where his scores have come from. He's been fetching 6s here in this region. And he'll bring his own little spin to win effort in here. Everyone's been to the Estoril Casino, it seems. And again, his wave also, along with Kanoa's, tapers out on the end. Judges have still not revealed the score yet for Kanoa Igarashi. Let's have a look at that replay of Italo. Senses maybe that Kanoa's up to something.
Nice work right here. Pushes really hard to spin that out. I mean, that's a tough maneuver in that position.
Continuing with action here. Lovely snap to drift from Kanoa. Through to the inside. Big hammer. Throws all of his frame at it. So it's coming at us now with 4.5 on the clock.
Cleaner. But he definitely, this first turn right here, I like it. Look, it gets a lot of speed. Blasts up off the top. Drifts the tail. Finds speed coming out of it. Goes for the drop wallet right there. It wasn't as clean as I was looking for, but definitely went into it with some power. And here's Italo's wave. Set up snaps. A little hung up. Push power right there. Then goes to progression. A little choppy, but definitely knows he's got to do a little more to win this heat.
Refresh the numbers top left of screen. One judge still holding us up here. Here it is. It's a 6-7-7 now in for Kanoa Igarashi. Meanwhile, live action. Italo's going to keep piling it on the table here. Laying all his chips down here. Big hammers now. One of those medium-sized waves again with that tapered, steady pace to the wall. And again, he'll just rasp into it. He's been operating in that zone all heat long here, Strada. So 2 minutes to go now. Judges still owe Italo Ferreira another score. Kanoa knows that the pressure's on here in semi number 1. No clear stories for a winner just yet. First snap to second snap combo. Dump section there.
That's, you know, I think Kelly Slater has a jar somewhere for those kind of claims that you got to pay. Can't claim anything over an 8, I think it was. And I don't think that was an 8. Straight up vert, trying to throw a little slam there, comes around the corner. Good execution of board placement. When you slow it down, you can see that all those little nuances, but the speed and the flow and the power, the timing, he tried to, that fist pump was for the score. Here we go.
Italo, inside. Medium-sized wave. Now these climb up onto the sandbar and sometimes give a little launch pad. That one's not going to. Italo's still trying to gather numbers himself. There's a score owing prior to that one, but the requirement for Kanoa Igarashi is a 5.6.
All she wrote, my friend.
We've wrapped it up. Semi-final number 1 is now officially over. Judges just brushing in those last little decimals to clean up the scorecard. But that man on screen, Italo Ferreira, is going to take the win over Kanoa Igarashi here in Guianshu in Portugal. And he's going to be on his way to the finals.